Yeah, yeah, my redemption song, man. My redemption song. Hey, yeah, my redemption song. My redemption song. Hey, yeah, God bless my Africa. Now we know, I said now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. Now we know, I said now we know, sister. Hey, yeah, now we know. The price of rice will never come down, I said now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. In the midst of what we are tested, I said now we know, sister. Hey, yeah, now we know. They said the ghost to kill our brother, I said now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. Election is structure and a reality, I said now we know, sister. Hey, yeah, now we know. We suffer, I said now we know, man. Hey, yeah, now we know. I said the fool of African, I said now we know, sister. Hey, yeah, now we know. They gave us free food, just control our brothers. Hey, yeah, now we know. They gave us package, just control our relatives. Sister. Hey, yeah, now we know. They give us free education, just for spoil our continent. Hey, yeah, now we know. Now we know, I said now we know. Sister. Hey, yeah, now we know. I said now we know, now we know, man. Hey, yeah, now we know. I said we suffer, sister. Hey, yeah, but people like the real well don't let it. We were not let it, oh like the real well don't let it. Ah, we were not let it. People, yeah, like the real, yeah, people you suffer. And bad at it, very, very cheap. Like the real, you so busy like the real. Oh no, today, everywhere we go, there's no DM. We dead, criminals. Some people like the real, well don't let it, oh. We were not let it, oh like the real, well don't let it. Ah, we were not let it. The way today, we are demanding, holding our praise. Start trying to pray before we were not let it. Ah, we were not let it, oh like the real, well don't let it, oh. We were not let it, oh like the real, well don't let it. Ah, we were not let it. Like the real today, in a very different game. Suffering like this, no food to eat, no clothes to wear, no good place to sleep before they were not let it. Ah, we were not let it, oh like the real, well don't let it, oh. We were not let it, oh like the real, well don't let it. Ah, we were not let it. The way today, everything like this. The way today, everything looking like this. Come on, we have it. All of us the day before we were not let it. Ah, we were not let it. Oh like the real, well don't let it, oh. We were not let it, oh like the real, well don't let it. Ah, we were not let it. Patricia, Peter, Lopu. Whatever people when we are let it. We don't know. Excuse me, my sister, when we are let it. I don't know. I say my brother, when we are let it. I don't know. Me, I know. Me, I know. Say you don't know. Me, I know when we are let it. I know when we are let it. That is the word I know let it. I know when we are let it. That trouble they say that we are let it. I know when we are let it. That is such a chance to be on let it. I know when we are let it. That power below that we are let it. I know when we are let it. That all way that we are let it. Me, I know, you don't know. Me, I know when we are let it. That is the word I know let it.
All right, me, I know, eh? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Very, 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 very special edition every weekend. You know, always say we hear on Saturdays. It gotta be special edition of everything. So special edition profile Liberia. Profile Liberia today again. You know, I'm going to speak small kissy to you guys. Yeah. The kissy people say is yeah. Don't worry, I'll break it down for you. Kevo kolanke loke. We call snake in Kisi kevo. So kevo kolanke loke. When you see a snake, the translation now, kevo kolanke loke. When you see a snake, or you come across a snake, in whatever way, normally the first thing especially for us in Africa, is to kill that snake, isn't it? And so people will begin to run for snakes and whatever that they will come across, because they won't get rid of the snake. So they will begin to hit on the snake here. Whether they are hitting it direct or they're hitting it, the snake will keep moving. Now, because you want to get rid of this snake, you gotta keep beating it, right? You gotta keep hitting it. And you're looking for the point that you can hit this snake for it to get wicked and succumb. So the more the snake begin to go as you're hitting it, the more power you get to also keep hitting it. So kevo kolanke loke means the more the snake make it move, the more you keep beating it. So I think you got it now, right? Exactly so. I think you got it now. Kevo kolanke loke. So that is why we're here. I'm just trying to tell you something which is quite meaningful in a way. Okay, I think everything is okay, probably. I don't know what happened on my video. I don't know what happened with my video. Let me check it out quick. So, just a minute. Sometimes technology can let you down and you think you're doing the right thing. But we need to know sometime at the end that you get to know that you know I did the right thing. So let me check on something quick. All right, I think everything is okay. All right, I was trying to get you Augustine Tumba, but unfortunately, I don't know, for some other reason, the core keep dropping. But let me read your early comments here, Augustine Tumba. A new breed of generations will come to change the Stone Age method to that of the modern day, where everything will be accounted for. Cleaning the mess, indeed, and beginning to feel that mess is created when the cleaners of the mess are not involved or benefiting from it. Are we living this again? Thank you. Thanks for opening the program this way. I don't know what's happening right now. It's like, I don't know. I think I need to do something happening on my video. I think I need to touch the video small. I'm seeing the video quite clear, but it's appearing somehow on the other side. Daniel. There is something strange happening right now. Actually, Daniel. I have to get Daniel. It means we're okay. Hello, Daniel.
Yeah, Max, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Good.
Yeah.
The feedback I'm getting from my other device is not telling me something good, but I stay seeing it. Okay, I think something going on. Okay, now we are okay to your end. You can see all good.
Yeah, I can see you clear.
Okay, my monitor, maybe something happened with it. All right, Chief, how's the weekend going?
Well, as far as things are concerned, okay.
Well, you can never be all okay if everything is not okay back home.
Exactly. For my side, it's okay. Back home is not fine.
Yeah,
That's what I
that's
call on
how.
your show to make a contribution.
That's why I always feel like, yeah, I always ask myself, is everything okay with me? Is everything okay behind that? But brother, I started this show. This is the part 3 I'm doing now on the reason why I want President Weah to have the independence of 2019, the Independence Day of 2019 cancelled. I started with part 1, part 2, where I gave reasons, and I will continue today again. But we're doing today, we decided to do the shows today in solidarity of Ode Sherman and all victims of rape in Liberia. And so it's a pleasure for you to be the first person to call in, and let's elaborate more on these things, because as we speak right now, my brother, our children in Morocco, I'm bringing them on Tuesday. Some of them I just high school graduates who never even left Mosorado and went to Kakata on their own, 17, 18 years old. Some of them, I mean, beside English, there's no other word you can say in French. Today, they found themselves in Morocco. We send them there because the government has sent them there, and we're supposed to be responsible for them as far as the issue of scholarship is concerned. But according to what I'm hearing, it's going to up to 9 months now. We've forgotten about these kids over there. Some of them now have left their own homes they're supposed to be in and living on friends' sofas or sleeping in their own friends. Then those that are still good, or those that are getting support from their parents somewhere. And this been going on now for a while, and nobody listening to these children. They've been calling back home, nobody listening to them. They're in a stream land. This is their first time, some of them, to even step out of the country. They're in a country that they don't speak the language. No support. And now I'm saying, then I'm there sitting down and say, well, now, can I go and have such a celebration, like, spend money, 1.5 million in question, okay? And have such a celebration when things like this are going on, when we have our children over there that they're struggling. What about the ills that are going down on the ground itself? Right now, as I speak, accordingly, there are some of our people who live nearby the Atlantic Ocean or so. They have overflowed and they're gone. They are now displaced due to flooding. Nobody's paying attention to them. The economic hardship also. How many Liberians, common Liberians, are going to enjoy the $1.5 million for 2-3 days celebration that will be when presidents are, coming from other countries are in, and some of them can't even go closer to their cars. My brother, these are some of the issues that I am really feeling so bad that, look, there's no need for us to waste this money. let's use it for a public cause. What's about the hospitals? 1.5. Let's give $5 million to Redemption Hospital and see what improvement it will do over there. Anyway, let's hear your talk. I just wanted to analyze a little bit so you
Yeah, Matt, I
can.
think that's one of the reasons why I choose to take part on your show. You know, Mark, is kind of frustrating, okay? Because to see a man who came from the dungeon of poverty to excel to the highest office of the land with the expectation that people feel he'll be a good listener, he will conduct himself in accordance with their expectation, all of us our expectation. It's frustrating. Now, to come to the issue of Christmas, President Weah, I think he's not a kind of listening type.
No,
People are dying. I was just
July 26.
yes, that's what I'm coming to. If he was a kind of listening president and a good leader, he will listen, he look at the situation in the country, he will decide what to do. But this whole thing, I look at the July 26th as a merry-making thing. All right? You can't impress people outside when the people are reading on a daily basis international news, looking on social media, reading information concerning Liberia, and you say you want to impress such a kind of person. It doesn't make any sense. The crime rate in the country is high. People in the country are hungry. They cannot afford daily meal on a daily basis. And then you're taking such a kind of huge amount just for merrymaking. It doesn't make any sense at all. Look at what you're saying. Look, there are people in the government of George Weah that I think they are very absent-minded. If they are not absent-minded, they are afraid of this guy because of his dictatorship. All right? It's very dictatorial. The man does not listen to people. You got children who left on scholarship in Morocco. I think the education ministry is on an obligation to confront these kind of issues. All right? You got them stranded there. In this Italy, they got people from other countries that are on scholarship, on military training. The country take care of them. The country does everything for them. It's not Italy. All right? So you cannot take Liberians to put it in another country and you expect them to go, live the kind of life they are living today. They are so strong. I watched one of the guys speaking on some platform today. So I'm abreast of the information. But as it has to do with Liberia, I think if President Weah mean well, he have to abandon the issue of this, so-called July 26th with the kind of money he's spending. See, I was just talking to somebody from Maryland. Go and see people in Maryland how much they are buying a cup of rice before we can go to bag of rice. Life is kind of unbearable for people. Right in Moreover, before his watchful eyes. What is the president doing? You're taking such a kind of huge amount of money just for merrymaking? I thought President Weah, even if he's celebrating July 26th, he will be able to, organize Liberian people, bring them together to be able to confront the issues. All right? Since the little girl you're talking about, that little girl, died. I've not heard anything from the government. I just been seeing or hearing the police spokesman continue to lie. And this is not good for Liberia. This is not good for Liberia. The ratings are on the world. The ratings are on the world. If President Weah cannot read his rating, one day he will interpret it for himself. Because Liberians are getting very fed up. So you just a group of people going to go merry-make with $1.5 million, where people are in the hospital, they cannot even afford. Everything he just want to be making morale. This is not about morale. Do the right thing, and people will hear you. All right? So I see people bashing, lambasting, the Council of Patriots. You know when people get angry and people tell you something, they advise you, you doesn't seem to listen. People get angry and then want to demonstrate to do certain things. You think a President Weah is doing the right thing? Anybody want to demonstrate? Anybody have a cause to demonstrate? No. But this president is not a kind of listening to people from all over the world have called him. People are advising, and yet and still the president does not seem to listen. All right, he only got, it's frustrating, Max. It's frustrating. The CDC yesterday that was, dealing with the early left government, speaking against ills in society, today are in the driving seat and they're doing more than what they not do. All right. I thought President Weah says he talked about the roundtable with the Council of Patriots. You would have seen reason during this kind of election to write, the oppositions and bring them together to see how best he can bring the country together. But instead, he writing people to just go merry-make at the football field. This thing really doesn't utter well for our country. President Weah doesn't mean well for this country. All right. I believe if he cannot lead this country, if he's not able to lead the country, better you resign. You step down. than to keep just, lying, doing all kinds of things, selling the country. I mean, the man is taking the country completely contrary. I mean, I don't know. I really don't understand, my dear brother. $1.5 million, a president is spending the money for merrymaking. There are hospitals all over Nima County, like you name, Phoebe, Lofa County. What is this? Where are we heading? Our children are dying. Prostitution has become the order of the day in Liberia. This is bad, President Weah. And people are saying, advising you, you seem not to understand, but you see those people as your critics, as your enemy. This is not correct.
Daniel, I think the reason we are here for you, for Sev, and other people, which of course others refer to us as enemy of the state, because they say we don't elect Mr. President. That's why we always talking about issues. But the fact, this is another fact of the matter as well. That you and I will get angry when we see this kind of money being spent when our people are dying every day in hospital on common thing that they shouldn't die from. We have hospitals. Yesterday, accordingly, he went to JFK to present or to make the dedication on some electrical equipment that they put together there or whatsoever. And then people are telling me that at the same times, we do not have a specialist to run some of these equipments. A couple of years ago, when I was in Liberia, I went to Redemption Hospital. It wasn't a Christmas day, in fact. I decided to go to the hospital that day and share toys to the children that were spending Christmas on sick bed. I came across this child who was suffering from hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus is the one that makes your hair big. In Africa, they said, I wish they would throw the baby away. And I had that ball was thrown away by the mother. And I met the child in the hospital there. The hospital was looking after him to try hard and give him a second chance in life. I came across this boy. I took his photo and thing with their permission. I went to JFK and I met the chief medical officer then, as she was Golden Girlie, I think, something like that. And as she called me, we went to the conference room and we sat down. I said, Mom, I don't know you or whatsoever. I've been hearing about you, but I came here on a humanitarian purpose. I said, I have this photo here. This child is right now at Redemption Hospital. They're fighting hard for the second chance in life. Can you play a part that this child can be given that opportunity? She applauded me and she said, well, Max, to be honest with you, on the other side, she said, we got somebody who can do this operation. But unfortunately, we don't have the equipment. Yeah. And she gave me another scenario where they have the equipment, but the specialist is not there. Now, so I said, okay, but then, so what should we do in this case? So, well, to be honest, we can't do anything because this equipment we put in for it for 2 years now, because now it's not too much money. It's about 25,000 or 25, something like that, can give it to us. I said, oh, really? So with this amount, it means, it's so much for this boy to have a second chance in life. He said, well, but Max, what can I do? I don't know, that's it. Just this few days, 3 weeks ago, my own sister had an accident. She had a spinal cord injury, which was life-threatening. Taken to JFK. My brother, they say there's no specialist in town. We should wait until August the 6th, where they have sent in for specialists. All right, I think I lost Daniel.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, I can see you. That's why I think call will coming in. Try and test your video. I can see you. And so yeah, we can see you. So I don't know whether you can call back. We can see you at all. Let's see whether Daniel can call back. Yeah, and I can continue with the story here. But these are some of the reasons I am saying that. Look, for me, I will continue to stand on my position. But right now, I might not be in a position to refer to it as so-called, because no matter what, it's still going to be part of us every year. But for this year, until we can work on it to improve, until this government can work on things to improve our life, to improve our living standard in the country, there's no need for this celebration. I mean, a celebration in a way that we should have a festival. We should go and merry-make. That people should go somewhere and do electric boogie dance. That people should go somewhere and just meet the food they never ate for 2 years. They should go there and eat it that night. I am against it. I don't want it to go ahead. Not a celebration in a contest. Let me put it that way. But the amount of money that we are going to use for this celebration is meaningless. It is unfortunate. And Mr. President, I wrote you personally. I wrote you my letter. And I will continue to use my platform as well to talk about it. It is not in my name. Your July 26, or 2019-26 festivals are not in my name. But I'm going to stand on it. It's all because of the situation on the ground. It's because of the hardship that is in the country. It's because of the prices of commodities. It's because people are even going to the extent where their lives are in danger because we can't afford even a painkiller in the hospital. These are some of the reasons that I'm saying that there's no need for us to spend even more than $1,000 US dollars for this 26th celebration. What are they bringing for us? I'm talking about those leaders that you will be inviting in the country to merry-make, to go to top-class hotels, to go to a building that the common people you are leading are not even going to be given the opportunity to come closer there. What are those leaders bringing on the table that would benefit the Liberian people on the day of July 26th celebration? Even if you are going to organize a football match that day, which of course I am highly anticipating that it will happen, and you invite all of your former international football stars, all of your friends to come and merry-make with you, what benefit are they going to leave for us, we the common people? Those that are going to bed hungry. That woman that is sitting down right on that hospital bed, just sitting down and looking at their child grasping for air to have a second chance in life. What are they going to bring that will give hope to that woman and that child? What are they going to bring, the leaders that you're inviting, the football players that you're inviting? What are they going to bring for us that will benefit Soniwen Clinic, that will actually benefit the Redemption Hospital, that will go to Bomi County and benefit the clinic there that's giving people a second chance in life, that will go to Grand G there to a referral hospital there. What are they bringing on the table? You know, it's almost like what we normally do in Africa. When we are bereaved, somebody died from us. The people say they will lay them mad. And now mad people will begin to pay, you know, make some contribution or whatsoever towards the funeral and the burial and everything. You know, some people will come from far distances, and you have to lodge them as well. You got to feed them. And that person will come and give you 500 Liberian dollars. But they're there for at least 2 weeks. The $500 is gone a long time. Maybe just after feeding them for 2 days, it's gone. But it stayed there. Because you put the mat down. And sometimes I begin to ask myself questions. I say, well, does it really matter? Do I have to do that? Do we have to do that? I think our president is still insensitive of issues. And I'm not going to sit and hold back to it. The way I see it, I will talk it. The way I see it, I will put it in black and white and send it to him. We suffer too long and too much in the country. For some of us came on this planet Earth just before the 80s. By 1990 or so, our future was just about to start. But what happened in our country? A group of people left from nowhere and they came and they said, we are bringing you freedom. We are seeing that the healthcare system in Liberia is broken down. Oh yeah, we have seen that education is broken down. Yet we have seen that road connectivity isn't working well, although bitter balls and peppers and everything used to come from Grand Chile, used to come from Lofa, rice coming all the way to Mossorada County and things. But yet and still they came and lied to us and say these things were not working properly. Yes, that's what they did. And they told us that indeed, despite the fact that the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital was one of the best across within the sub-region there, where Sierra Leone and Guineans are volunteers to come and be treated and go back home. They saw that, they say the hospital is not working properly for each and every one of us. Yes, despite the fact that our brothers and our sisters, our mothers that we met, they used to say, "Upon here, I live here, I die here," meaning that what was circulating around was good. There was no need for anybody to leave and go to any country and be a refugee, or to go to Ghana and to hustle or whatever. No. And then these brothers and sisters, they say, well, still isn't good. So we are coming home to bring you freedom. We are coming home with freedom fighters. We are going to train them in another country, and we will come and give you the freedom that you so deserve. And they lied to us. They came in the country and they mortgaged our freedom. Some of you that don't know anything about mortgage, this is it. When you're working, you're making money, you want to buy a house, you see this house, you go to your bank, you negotiate first of all with the seller, you go to your bank, you negotiate with the bank, and if you need to put a deposit on that particular property, provided the bank accepts you, they'll give you the loan, you'll be paying through the bank. So the bank will help you to pay this money, and then you in turn paying the mortgage, the mortgage back. So you mortgage that house. So it's a simple thing I'm trying to spell out here, that our future was mortgaged by these people, but nobody up to this point, none of them have decided to repay the mortgage. And so my future plus any of you that came in on this planet Earth close to the 80s, we never had future in Liberia. And this is why for me I'm saying now, I said, well, you know why? I'm not going to sit here for the generation that coming that's supposed to be here after me. I'm not going to sit here to see their future be messed with. I don't want to sit here to just to see people playing with the future of these children that are coming up. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to make sure that my voice will make an impact. Mr. Williams, Prince, welcome. And that is said, when leaders are insensitive to issues, when leaders are insensitive to issues, the citizen will suffer. Yes, the citizen will suffer. And now I can tell you that my president, our president, Joshua, is insensitive to issues. He is. What happened last year? I was so angry. I sat here. I was so angry. When the flooding took place in Liberia, many of our people became homeless. Their zinc shells are gone. Everything lost. They were displaced. Why our people were, they were actually struggling as to who going to their aid, who is going to say hello to them, who is going to raise the profile of their plight or so. What happened the following weekend? President George Weah invited Didier Drogba in town. And they had a football match at the BTC Center, Barclay Training Center. And you tell me that the president is sensitive to issues? That time I even said, you know what? The moment I heard about that game or so, that friend of mine, people were talking about on Facebook or so. On the same day they were playing the game, I think Sekou Carrasco carried live or so. And I went on the platform, I asked the question, whether this match is being played in honor of all those people that are right now displaced due to flooding in our country. Are they raising money for that cause? And somebody said no, it's just a friendly match. That what led me that time to have gone and launched a disaster appeal. And thanks to many of you who contributed that time to your people. Whatever little you put in, it went to them directly. Let me go on my dashboard and see who's on here. Saki Harris. I don't know, Saki Harris, you've been on the show before. That's you. So that is it. I'm not going to sit here and keep my silent. I will talk. And I know for me, I know personally that Mr. Weah, listen, then he can hear me talking. He can watch my show. And so, Mr. President, I'm still telling you that this celebration, the festivity you are about to have on July 26th, a couple of days from now, isn't going to put food on the table for your people, for your poor people. Isn't going to take medication or painkiller to carry to the John F. Kennedy or to any healthcare center across the country. It is not. It is not going to pay the nurses that are on duty. It is not. It is not going to give those doctors that are on call every time and then. No. When we spend that 1.5 million in question, let me put a question mark there. You go up to now, the budget is, we just hearing say, they say. They don't, nobody want to come and tell us. I don't know, Saki, we can get Saki for some reason. Friends, if we're not friends, it's not going to work. Let's try. It's not going to work. When you go to these hospitals, when you go to the health centers, every day, and you feel sorry for the nurses that are on the ground. You feel sorry for the doctors that are there. And they complain. When they see patients, when they see their own fellow Liberians being brought there, and when they ask the question and people give them how this individual is fighting life, they stand there perplexed. They don't even know what to do. Because the first basic, needs is not there to attend to the patient. And even so, that means even the oath they took when they were getting their medical certificate, when they were getting their lessons that day, they took oath to defend, to protect life. And no matter what, they would do their best. Today, you go to the health centers across Liberia. These people are crying every day. Isn't our president being insensitive to issues? Let me go back on the dashboard. Harris, I don't know. I'm not sure we are friends. That's why this thing doesn't want to go through. Yeah, I'm not. That's what Facebook can do. If you're not friends, I don't like this request of somebody want to be tagged or so. I'm not here to tag anybody. You come and watch the show. Harris, I don't know. I'm not quite sure we're friends. That's why it's not going through. For me, I'm not going to sit here to hear insult, to cause anybody more. If you want, you come, you express yourself the way you want to. As long as you don't insult me, fine. I will deal with issues. I'm not here to deal with personalities. I will deal with issues. And that's why we're dedicating this show today, once again, in solidarity of Odette Sherman and all victims of rape in Liberia. We dedicate this show to you. Why I want President Weah to have the Independence Day of 2019 cancelled. These are some of the reasons I'm outlining here. This is part 3 of it. Mr. President, please see reasons. There's no need. This is what I said in my letter. That to have a festivity regarding July 26th in Liberia, that will even cost us $1,000 is a waste. Then we're talking about somebody saying that it's 1.5 million in question. Where do you want to take this country? Why are you playing with us like this? Why are you taking us for granted? Why is it that you no longer care for us? Why are you downplaying us? Why are you not listening to us anymore? Why are you no longer our friend? Why is it that you don't have any sympathy for us anymore? Why is it that you're turning your back to this nation? You are, Mr. President. You are, and you have. But it's not too late yet. You can come back to us. You can come back to this nation. And let's build this nation together. You can come back on the drawing table. Let us sit down and push this country forward. For us that sit down on our platforms and tell you the truth, we love you. We love our nation. And we want to see development going forward in our nation. I won't sit here speaking my head out every day if I don't love my country. Or perhaps if I don't even love you. Because when your friend or somebody is your friend, so-called sometimes, when a friend is the one that will see you going in danger, and when they notice or they get the notion that that's the danger, they will tell you, please don't go. But those that only dare to get whatever they want to get through you or from you, and perhaps they want you to even get lost from them. When you are doing it, they tell you, go and do it. is good. And they know very, very well that your life is a danger. They will tell you to go and do it. At the same time, for those that have a different way of looking at things, the other friend that is telling you, quite frankly, that don't do it, when you do it, your life could be in danger, and the life of all of us. The other people will be telling them, the guy doesn't love you. That's the same thing that happened in our country today. It's the same old thing. When we sit down, we're saying the truth. I'm discussing policies, I'm discussing issues, tangible ones as well. And then somebody's on the other side of the coin and telling me, you hate the president. Is that what you call hate? If somebody hates you, they don't want to see you. They don't even want to talk about it. They don't even want to mention your name. That's hate. Absolute hate. They don't want to see you. They don't want to hear about you. They don't want to talk and mention your name. But when I sit and talking about Liberia every time, I make mention of the president. I make mention of Mr. Weah. Because I love him. Because I love my country. And because he is going the other way around. He is not handling things the way it's supposed to be handled. And that's why making me angry. And that's why I am angry. We're going to take a short musical break. When I come, I'm going to read that poem to you, which is already on my timeline as well on Facebook. You follow up. But this is part 3 of why I want President Weah to have the Independence Day of 2019 cancelled. These are the reasons I'm outlining here, and also advancing my suggestions as well for this country to move forward. Let's take a short musical break.
Together we can move on. Yes, man, one trust, you know that we can hold on. Of course, move on, it's time to move on. There is no development that we can boast of. And you killing your fellow man, Jack for reaches. Yeah. What's in the form of investment out of hitches? Not because you want to take, but you never slave, no unity. We die in poverty, yeah. No attention for the disability. Forget the one being so in all that, Now we stand divided, we go fall flat. Yeah, now we go fall flat. Now one man won't go down, till he won't go. Look at that. Yeah, now one man won't go down, till he won't go, yeah. Tell us, they busy, the passengers off in the massive. They busy, the passengers off in the massive. I say, oh, yeah, I say, hello. They busy, the passengers off in the massive.
They're coming again, they're coming to fool us. What time and night, we are Liberia is the wonder who we are. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Liberia is, let us stop corruption. To rebuild our great nation.
All right, that's a great piece there. This one came just before the last election. That's the 2017 election, right? And the music was actually trying to tell us that we should know who to vote for. Yes, you heard it. We heard from our brother there. Yeah, that we shouldn't allow people to come and food off with 1 cup of rice or so, and that we should put on our thinking caps and be able to vote and vote right. But where are we today? Angels. When the angels promise to come and give you and say they're coming to give you everlasting life, and you fall for that angel, the last thing you want to hear or you want to see is for that angel to change the course of action, to begin to love themselves more than you, to begin to be self-centered, to begin to use the word me, myself, and I. We are in a very, very dangerous zone. And that's exactly where we find ourselves today. Why? I want President Weah to have this Independence Day celebration festivities cancelled. Especially if we are going to spend money for such a program, activities. These are the reasons I'm giving you here. You can call now, my lines are open, even the telephone line is also open. If you don't want to be seen on the, you can call the telephone line as well. Let's hear from you. Take it out of your chest as well. Because like I told you, I just told you the parable before I started. The more the stick keeps going as you're trying to hit it, to get rid of it. The more you go there, the more you keep knocking it. That's what the kids people say. So for me, I'm not going to sit here. As Mr. Weah continue to do it the wrong way, I will continue to talk. Praise. Good afternoon. Hello, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you, Max. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the privilege to be on your forum today.
Always, it's a pleasure. Thank you. I hope you're having a nice weekend.
Yeah. I'm out with the kids. We're having some little family time.
Wonderful. Yeah, but you see, this is it. This is why we're always talking about this thing. I mean, when your heart is somewhere so jealous or so, and somebody is really, really messing with your interest, yeah, no matter what you're doing, you always want to keep your heart there. This is what you're doing. Right now, you're supposed to be with your family. Like you say, you are out, but yet and stay, you want to, contribute and say words. Well, let's hear from you. What do you stand? Let's continue with this thing because we're doing part 3 now, and I'm sure you contributed in all part 1 and 2 as well. So welcome. It's a pleasure. Let's continue talking. What you got to send out to your president today again?
Yeah, and Max, and that is why I think when I appear on your show and other shows, I had a fundamental concerns with as relates to the Council of Patriarchs, how they handle the issue when it came to the date of the protest and the essence and the significance, and then the statement and response by the United States ambassador, how everything was handled. First of all, I will applaud the Council of Petra for making the decision, because it seems that they found themselves between the rock and the hard places, and they made the choice that is in the better interest as to create a better relation, a public relation or international relation. But however, in these circumstances, the Council of Petra have to understand that when these things arises, and there is always supposed to be a room for negotiation, and there should also be a room to be able to send out a firm message. And what do I mean by that? When the Council of Patriots indicated that the protest will be on the 24th and it will run into the 26th, the reason that decision was made, that reason was not only as a self-aggrandizement. That reason reflected the concern and the grievance of the people, the general masses. What do I mean? Okay, at this critical junction in our country history, where we have a terrible economy, and things are seem to be spinning out of control economically, and our people are suffering to the point that people go to hospital, they have to basically buy syringes, they have to buy medication, they even have to buy fuel for them to be transported to the hospital. And our government, when they came to power, they said something that was shocking to everybody, even were refuted by, were disputed by the previous government. They said that they inherited a broke country, a broken economy. But however, they are willing to spend extravagantly to celebrate Independence Day, and spend an extravagant amount. And now, people may wonder and say, but what do you mean it's extravagant? How much spending? Sorry, my apologies. I had a call from Liberia. I'm not the one to disclose that amount to you, because that amount, whatever the government spend, is a public record. I mean, it should be available to the public. I mean, even in the United States, I don't know what you're doing in England, but I can go online and tell you how much Trump spent on the whole entire July 4th, so down to the penny amount of how much he spent. So it should be something that should be told to the public. But this government always and as usual operate in secrecy. So if we are speculating and assuming, because based on other evidence that have been happening, like the withdrawal of almost $5 million from the insurance, the retirement account, and this government is using $1.5 million to have an extravagant celebration in this difficult time. That is almost an indicator that either this government is naive, either this government is arrogant, or this government is insensitive to the plight of the people. And that's where COP failed to communicate to the United States ambassador. Because the United States ambassador is telling us that the COP decision to be able to protest the government expenditure of disproportionately and mismanaging or misappropriation of the country resources. If the people want to protest that, and she's telling us that that is misplaced, then the ambassador must be somewhere in a different world. Because what is misplaced is that our government in this difficult time is spending $1.5 million to have an extravagant July 26th celebration. That is what is misplaced. What is misplaced is that this government was given 30 days to listen to the plight of the people, to listen to the concern of the people. This government had not even addressed. In fact, the surrogate of the government is telling us that the government did not receive any petition. And they are telling us now that the government doesn't know about any petition. So technically it's saying that the government don't care about the people plight, the government don't care about the people concerned, and the government doesn't want, it's not a concern to them. And it is saddening, because as time goes on, it seems that Weah is getting emboldened, because he feels that there's no one properly checking him for his gross violation of the Constitution, in the disregard for the concern of the citizens. He's getting emboldened, And then why should one be concerned? Why should the United States ambassador be concerned? Because there's a willful and willful disregard for the people, the plight of the people. It had a propensity and it had a potential of creating a volatile situation in Liberia. I mean, is the ambassador telling us now we might wait until when there's a violence on the street, then I will be more place? So I think the Council of Patriots should have communicated to they should have a press conference, say, Madam Ambassador, we appreciate you. We thank you for all you have done for our country, America. But we want you to take back your statement telling us that our constitution is misplaced. Because if you tell us that our decision to protest because our government using $1.5 million to celebrate an extravagant Independence Day, our decision to protest on that day is misplaced, then why didn't you write the Trump and tell the American people in America that the decision to protest for Trump spending disproportionately for July 4th when they went out to protest? Why didn't you write the intelligence said it was misplaced? Look, we appreciate America, but we don't want to be taken for food. We don't want to be taken for food, because here's the thing. We know the traditional history of Liberia and America. When Liberia was in a dire situation, America did not interfere. America said it was our internal affairs. They let our people die to the tune of 300,000 people. If America had intervened, if Clinton had said it was misplaced for rebels to come and kill people and had sent United States troops, then today we wouldn't have those 300,000 people die. So we appreciate them, but we have to understand the local politics in our country is tied to the social welfare of the people. The essence of protesting on July is tied to the social welfare. Is the ambassador telling us that the dirty city of Monrovia, she live in a compound over there in Greystone, she enjoy the best of life, everything current is 24 hours, she got people taking her garbage away, but our cities are dirty, and there's a possibility of an outbreak of diseases in Monrovia. Is she telling us that is placed, and the decision for us to protest the government spending $1.5 million of our national coffers to only have one day of party, or orgy, or party and festivity? Is she telling us that is misplaced? That's why the Council of Patriots dropped the ball. They should have educated, they should have schooled the ambassador, they should have disciplined her, and then afterward, then they cancel the protest just in solidarity to tell her that they are not people who are bent on in disregard and insensitive to other people concerned. But that's what I think they feel. Having said that, in conclusion to this, I want to say to you that the people of Liberia shouldn't wait for people to tell them when to protest, how to protest. Protest is not scheduled, protest is staged. If the people of Liberia feel their condition is threatened by this government disproportionate expenditure for self-aggrandizement and on vanity project, the people of Liberia should come out and they should protest. They shouldn't be silent. They should allow their voice to be heard. And then to the government, I want to say to you, President Weah, listen. The thing that makes a great leader is the leader that listens to his people. It's the leader that listens to his people. And when I say his people, I say his people in totality. It's not they versus us and they versus us. And opposition to are the people of Liberia to listen to the concerns of the people. Right now, the people are telling you that don't spend that money because they want for you to go give drugs in the hospital. They want you to go to the police and give them sufficient equipment and resources so they can be able to investigate murder and rape and bring perpetrators to justice. We want you to spend that money on that. And if you are a good leader and you are a compassionate leader and you are the one that want to alleviate the suffering of the people, then you will listen to them. Then it tells us that you are not a good leader. Rather, you are the leader that bent on creating or promoting your own image. So, President Weah, cancel this July 26th. This is a call from the people, the common people. Cancel the July 26th. Thank you, Max. And I was him. Stay by here in case you have any question or any further anything we can discuss.
Yeah, but just before you go, I know I'm supposed to be bringing the guys, your children that are in Morocco next week or this week anyway, by Tuesday or so. But the news from there is not actually encouraging. Those children, some of them been there for up to 9 months now. They can get their allowances. This is a country that some of them who recently went there, they're just 17, 18, just graduated from high school. Yes, the government did well by giving them scholarship. We did well by sending them there. But for the matter, they are not getting any cent for them to live on or to survive or to even pay their rent or so. And majority of them right now are struggling, and they're sleeping on each other. I mean, if they can, those that are a little bit okay, others will leave and go sleep on their floors and things. What is your take on this? Is this how we are actually investing in people?
And Max is also a reflection of the kind of leadership we have. The thing with Liberia, particularly, I always said it, and I'll always repeat myself. Liberia is a wealthy country. Liberia's current problem now is not an economic problem; it's an economic tragedy. And I mean economic tragedy because when you want to have an economic tragedy when people who refuse to live within their means, refuse to appropriate their resources in the right direction and spend the resources on things that matter most and things that has a residual effect. And that's what our problem is. And the government disregard for these young men over there is a clear example of what we say this government, President we are, is insensitive to the Liberian condition. President we are continuing on the trajectory, and possibly our country may end up going into a volatile situation. And the best solution is for President Weah, if he doesn't ever this thing, let him just leave it. Because you spending $1.5 million. The kids over there, they don't even need a third of that for them to carry on to improve their well-being and to be more resourceful and potential and be able to be valuable to the society and the country. But you refuse to pay those money. And there's a politics to it, Maxwell. The reason they refuse to pay those children because those children were sent by the Ellen Johnson government, and they are not CDCN, most of them, or even if someone are CDCN, the process was initiated by the Ellen government. So the government doesn't care about them because they feel that those people are not directly sycophants to them. But however, that's just my own political perspective. But let's look at the general perspective and the sense as it relates to our nationalism and the patriotism and the human capacity building. The president is ashamed that we can't pay take care of our students. President Toba said one thing. President Toba said the youth, the young people, are the precious jewel of the country. Those young people over there, we're talking about experts, we're bringing people from overseas, and the people are willing to educate themselves and discipline themselves to come back and contribute to our country, but we can't take care of them. But yeah, we can spend $1.5 million and have an orgy where we can bring prostitutes from all around the country. They shake their butt, they have the dance erotic music, they have fornication and adultery in different hotels, they drink and get drunk, and then after that day finish, then we go back to begging other countries, and we go back to begging other nations to help us. It's shame, it's disgraceful, and it just tells you, it's a reflection on the leadership. It tells you that President Weah don't give a, sorry for the expression, he don't give a damn about the Liberian people. He cares only for him and his cronies and people who sing up to him, who sing him praises. It's a shame.
Prince, thank you so much. We're going to give you some time to be with your family, but thanks for your input as well. And let's hope our president will continue to listen. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Oh, we do. Since John.
What shall we do?
Oh, Daddy. What shall we do? Since John. Oh, Daddy. What shall we do? Since John.
Whenever very a good speaker happen to speak and they say good things also, for me it's always good to give them, to appreciate them in this way. Let me remind you once again, you come on this platform, be prepared to exhibit respect for yourself, respect for me, respect for whoever is here as a guest or speaking, respect for each and everyone on this platform. Any mistake, you are out. We'll kick you out for good. I'm not here to I'm not here to train anybody to be respectful. I sit here, control what I want to see when you write it. If I want it to be there, I will leave it there. When you write and I read, if it is not worth it of being here, I will get it off. But let me remind you, I am not a sycophant. I will never be a sycophant. I'm not a coward. I will never be one. I'm not a praise singer. Never shall I be one. I don't care what the connection is between us. When you are not doing the right thing, there's nothing will hold me back from telling you the truth that you're not doing the right thing. And I'm not only telling you, I'm not only constructively criticizing you, but I will give you the way forward. So when you come from somewhere else and you think that you come to sit here on true words here, you are on the wrong platform. And I will continue to say it. My president, our president, the president of the Republic of Liberia, Mr. George Weah, is insensitive to issues on the ground. You take it, you don't want to take it, I leave that with you. I'm not going to sit here to insult his mother, to insult him in a way that he's supposed to, that other people are doing also. No. But as far as speaking to the reality of issues, nobody going to hold me back. I will say it. When I get to Liberia, I go to radio station, I say it. When I write my letter, I'll say it. Because only now I have the opportunity and the voice to say it. The time will come tomorrow when maybe, if I don't say it now and then maybe tomorrow is too late and I want to say it and then the opportunity is not there, the voice is not there, I will feel the pain more. Mr. Weah is insensitive to issues on the ground. And that is why the budget of 1.5 million in question US dollars is to be spent on festivities for the July 26th celebration, Independence Day. I don't blame other people referring to it as so-called. I'm not going to refer to it that way, but I don't blame them. When people are angry, when you make people angry, when you make people feel that they are useless, the reaction will be in different forms. The reaction will be in different forms. Also, my friend, I can boast of it. I've got an American passport as an American citizen. I got British as a British citizen. I got Liberian as a Liberian citizen. I am a citizen of the world. I can go anywhere. I can boast of it, Mr. Chafa. So don't forget about it. And I can talk about politics in Britain. I can talk about politics in America. I can talk about politics in Liberia. Nobody can take me anywhere. That's why when you go on Twitter, I'm always responding to President Donald Trump tweets. So I am very, 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 very in line with your president as well, who've got multiple of citizenships or who got multiple of passports. I'm good. I'm okay with that. So don't be jealous of that. Right now, if I want to cancel my British citizenship, the British people will say no. They will want me to go to court first to even go tell them why am I trying to cancel the citizenship? Because they know I'm so important in the society. This is how they can come. They come, they try to do the true words that they want to distract you or so. But for me, never ever, nobody. Except I want to be distracted. But if you come with maybe ulterior motives or so, and your motives is to perhaps maybe push words at me and I get angry or so. For me, I get angry, I educate you. I don't get angry and insult. No, I don't do that. I get angry, I pick on the points that you're trying to push at me and educate you so that when you go next time to somebody, or you go to another platform, or you go to any other place, you will take something from Max and say, oh, Max, when I said it the last time, Max told me this. Even though I'm thinking about saying it, I'm not going to say it. So come, I will definitely. I will definitely educate you. These are some of the people that are sitting down in that country. The prison, even the car of President George Williams, when that car is packed, you can't even go closer to it. I'm not talking about you going closer to his office. I'm not talking about you going closer. Go to his junction, to that house. If you even cross that gate, right to rehab there, if you even cross that gate, then I would say you will get closer to George Weah's car. Council July 26th. You know what the meaning of somebody wasting money? You know the meaning? You're sitting there, I don't know where you are, praise singers, lost in your souls are lost. You don't even know your own belonging in this nation, Liberia. We're trying to educate you, trying to speak for you, trying to call on this leadership to turn and look behind, to see you as a human being and be able to help you. That's why we sit here. That's why we do what we do. $1.5 million, you know what difference it will make? Even the children we're just talking about right now in Morocco. You got children there that some of them never ever left Mosrado County to even go to Kakata City, to even go to RIA. This is your first time leaving the country. You say you go on scholarship. They throw you there. You don't have food. You don't speak the language. You don't have anybody there. Your parents are in Liberia, meaning they can't even send you money through Western Union or so. Come on, man. Are you guys for real? That we should waste $1.5 million in question to celebrate? Celebrate what? To have festivity. Even you that's sitting on the platform right now, I don't even want to call your name for I don't know how to call it, for preference business. Maybe that's what you want. If they have that July 26th celebration and you spend this money, the food they will eat that day, are you going to see yourself? You're going to smell it? The building they're going to be in that day, the presidents that will come from other African countries or so, you're going to go close to their cars? Then you get your brothers and your sisters that are stranded in Morocco. You got your hospital, some children will be taking their last breath that day, that night, at Redemption Hospital, at John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital. Various hospitals across the country. They will be there. Those children will be gasping for life, the last breath, and calling on somebody to come to their aid. Basic needs of hospitals are not there. How can you call an ambulance from a hospital ambulance and they tell you, say, well, you need to put gas in the ambulance. We don't have gas. Come on, man. Are you humans? The praise singers, are you? Are you humans? When you take your relative to a hospital and they tell you, say, this is a slip, this is a prescription, the medication, the prescription, go and get it, we'll come and administer it to your parent, to your relatives or so. Are you humans? That you guys continue to sit and close your eyes and close your mouths and close your ears and be directed and misdirected? Even though you don't even know, you don't even get a crumbs of what is falling on the floor there. And some of you still get a guts to say black and black and black and black. Do not bring it on my platform. I'm not going to curse you, but I will educate you well. These are the reasons that I am saying that there's no need to have a festivity to call presidents from other countries, to have pomp and pageantry. There's no need. There's no need to invite other football players, former football players, to come in our country to say, let's have a football match. There's no need for that. Because at the end of the day, the money we're spending, we're not getting anything back. At the end of the day, when those leaders happen to come, they're only coming to eat. We're only going to spend on them. We will pay their hospital, their hotel bills if they are sleeping here. We have to give them good food, and we have to spend for that food. We have to pay for their transport, because that day they have to be transported from one place to another. We have to pick up the bills for the petrol, for the gas that day. Do you know this? That money we're spending for that day, 5, 6, 7, 10 cars, 15 cars, 20 cars for that day, you know what difference that money will make if you send that money now and give it to a hospital, if you send that money now and give it to a clinic in the community, if you send that money now and give it to the teachers. You know what difference it will make. You know what life you put in somebody. And when we're talking about issues and we spelling it out, we put it out completely and define it for you. And still some of you don't have the knowledge to get things the way you're supposed to get it. You're lost. And many of you, and those of you that are lost, and we are trying hard to redeem you, and you don't want to listen. The day will come, and that day will going to be too late for you. And some of you people, are the same people that will turn around quick to say, well, we all were talking there. Yeah, I used to go on your platform, I used to say it. You'll come with different talks now. Nonsense. I'm angry. Yeah, before I go, I want to share this poem with you all that I wrote recently. The poem is entitled, I Am Angry. Let me read it to you. I am angry. I am angry because you lied to my motherland. I am angry. I am angry because you betrayed my beautiful land, Liberia. I am angry because your lies are destroying this land of liberty. Yes, I am very angry, and angry with you because you have lied for too long to this land. Indeed, I am angry. Yes, I am angry because you are deception and you are unpatriotic. I am angry because you want it all for you alone. I am angry. Yes, I am angry because you told me that you are an angel and a savior, but not known that you were buying me to suck my blood. I am angry because you deceived me. You deceived my brother. You deceived my sisters and the children of the land. This is why I am angry. I am angry to see so many families going to bed hungry, and you don't care. I am angry because the land is bleeding. I am angry because every healthcare center in the land is in the dark, very dark place too. I am angry because my civil servants are not taking pay, but the few of you are receiving your benefits every month and on time. I am angry because you are ignoring me. You are ignoring my land, Liberia. You are ignoring the children of the land. Yes, I am angry because you are self-centered, greedy, corrupt, fake, unreasonable, unpatriotic, a pretender, and uncompromising. Yes, I am indeed angry. All right, let me go on my dashboard. Let's see whether we can get Joshua. Oh, Joshua is not there again. Let's see. All right, Joshua just left. All right, that's the poem there entitled I am angry. And that is it. I am not telling you that forget absolutely about your 26. We happens to be my birthday as well. But my point here, the main point I'm focusing here is the amount of money that we are going to spend for this 26th celebration. Mr. President, it's not too late. You can divert that money elsewhere because the budget is being released already. We're begging you, divide this money, maybe divide it among hospitals. Give it to them. Yes, maybe you take some of it. Those children that are in Morocco right now, they are suffering. Those small children that are there, 17, 18 years old. We can send it, let them pay their rent. And they have some money for food. Let's do that for them. Yes, 1.5 million in question, if it is true, Mr. President, please. When you cancel all the big festivities regarding this celebration, and you take this money and say, you know, it was intended for this purpose. But I'm looking at some really important issues that we have to deal with as a country. The nation is going through huge challenges. Food prices are up. The parents right now are complaining because schools have carried their school fees up. There's no subsidy from the government. This 1.5 million we are giving the school authority $1 million. Please do not carry the school fees up. We give you this small money that can cover some of your cost you're trying to put on the parents. Somebody was telling me last time, 74,000 United States dollars, let's say Liberian dollars, they have to pay this year for somebody in the second grade. Come on, man. Come on, man. My people, you're come on. Does it make sense? And we have a leader that can't even talk anything about it, that can't even address it. Education, you can't address the issue. Right now, I mean, registration will be starting by next month, or some schools already having it. Parents already knowing how much they're supposed to be spending for school this year for their children, from kindergarten all the way up. We do not have free education in Liberia. Whatever the school decides to do, that's it. And somebody is telling me that we should go and invite presidents from across the world. Let them come so we can merry-make, so that we can dance, we can boogie together, we can eat the best of food, and forget about the rest of the masses. Come on. Mr. President, you can't be insensitive like this. Your people are suffering. As you will be sitting there that day, as you will be welcoming leaders, those that will be coming to attend these particular festivals, as you will be doing that, somebody is being rushed to the hospital. Yes. And the doctor or the specialist is telling them, we do not have medication. Or they'll be telling you there's no specialist here. Or they'll be putting a piece of paper in your hand, in their hands, to say, go and buy the medication. We'll come and administer it. Or somebody will be at home and call that ambulance and say, we need an emergency, we got an emergency, somebody is dying in our hand, can you come and help us? And the next response will come, be ready to put gas in the car when we come. We don't have gas in the car. Come on, man. Are you for real? Are some of you guys really for real? Praise singers? Liberia will fall because of you people. Because you don't want to sit there and tell somebody the truth. They're taking the missteps. And you praising them that, yes, you're doing the right thing. Mr. President, you're doing the right thing. Mr. President, that is good. Mr. President, you are very, very good. Mr. President, oh, yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, you dedicate the market house. Thank you for the roads and whatsoever. Thank you, Mosorado County. I will connect Mosorado County. Come on. The president, Mr. Weir, is insensitive to stuff that are going on in the country. That's why you don't hear him talking about rape. No. When last you ever heard the president talking about rape in Liberia? Or talking against rape in Liberia? When last? The president ever stood before the people, before us, and addressed specifically issues relative to rape in Liberia? When last? We're talking about war and economic crimes go for Liberia. When last? Not only throwing question at us, your one war crime code or your one development. Development 1.5 million to go celebrate. Development when you're building your own mansions. Mr. President, you need a change. You said hope for change. Hope for change. Hope for change. There's nothing of that nature. 15 months we are going into it. We are not seeing it. We are not seeing it. This country is going down on its knees. And you need to wake up as well. We can continue to accept it this way. I love you. That's why I am checking and balancing you. Because I want you to do the right thing. When you keep following these sycophants, those praise singers, and they're telling you that everything is okay down there, because you are not going there, you are accepting it. It is wrong, Mr. President. What I want you to do, like I said the last time on my previous show, Mr. President, on July 26th, you know, you would have been forgetting about inviting those leaders from across Africa. Forget about inviting them. And say, look, this 26th year, since I took power, I have not visited a lot of hospitals or healthcare centers. I'm going to use this day to visit those hospitals, those healthcare centers, those referral hospitals, some of them across the country. You can cover Mosorado, you can go to Bombay, you can go to Cape Mount, you can go to Bon County, you can go to Maigibi County. You go and see for yourself, Mr. President. Go and see what is the reality. What is the reality like on the ground there? Go and talk with the doctors. Go and talk with the nurses. Go and meet the parents that are on walls. Go and meet the pregnant women that are there. Go and meet the sick people that are there. Interact with them. Don't be afraid. They are your people. Ask them questions. Let these people, give them the chance to be open to you. ask them, tell them to speak their minds. What is going on here? What is happening here at Redemption? How is it here at night? When parents or relatives are being asked, in some other hospitals or so, say, we don't even have gas. You carry your relative there at night, they say, we don't have gas to put in the generator. And so when you're spending $1.5 million in question, I will continue to use the word question, so that those that are clever, they know what I'm talking about. It means that's the projection, that's the money we're hearing about. What happened is not, they are still hiding it, they don't want to tell us it's true. But we only heard it somehow they say it leaked out. So that's why we continue to use the $1.5 million in question. So for me, I will use the word in question because I will put it there so that you can know it's not, I'm not saying it direct from inside myself. But $1.5 million in question, Mr. President, for festivities of July 26th this year, is a complete waste. When your people, those that you told yesterday hope for change, when they are struggling, majority are going to bed hungry. When you spend that money to merry-make, you're being insensitive to issues. You need to change, President. You need to change. We're going to take let's take a short musical break. But that's why Oliver is helping us to ask, what should we do?
Oh, Daddy, what shall we do?
What shall we do?
All right, that's it here on this special edition of Profile Library. I'm here, and we're here almost every day, but we've been off for some times, and we sincerely apologize. We've been off for some times due to some health issues. But thank God we are gradually getting back on our feet. And we're here because we have interest in our country. All right, let me say, tomorrow, by the grace of God, tomorrow Sunday, right? Yes, the 21st of July, Dr. Rockefeller Cooper will be here. He's the specialist forensic investigator who left the States to go to help with the investigation in the death of Odell Sherman. Tomorrow, Dr. Cooper will be with us here tomorrow, and will be discussing his mission in Liberia. How are things? Asking the question as well. Will there be light at the end of the tunnel? And then we discuss a lot more tomorrow with him. By the grace of God, Tuesday, we have students from Morocco that will be here, and we're talking about what they're going through. Some of you who are, humanitarian as well, you can join in, and perhaps you'll be able to, if you can even extend some more help, it's not easy, you can do it as well. So gradually, Max is coming back, and we're going to be here to do the people's work. What I'm going to say, the last time I said, I did a post the last time, and somebody started, people started fighting me on that post. I wrote on the post and I said that if, I use conditional phrase, I say if President Weir will spend more than $1,000 and have a huge party for July 26th, I will have him declared as a wicked leader. When I did that post, one of my big brothers, I respect so much, he came and started attacking me also. But that post is going to stay there. And I just want to remind my big brother and those that are against that post that stand by those words. Granted that this celebration goes ahead and we spend this amount of money, if we spend this amount of money, any money more than $1,000 for this celebration, we have to declare our president a wicked leader. We're trying to get Marvin Saki, but it's proving to be difficult to get him connected. I'm dying the number now. It's adding, so you need to check your gadget. It's adding.
Just in the market. Check it. See, long as
Emmanuel, if you can get through the, we can go through the video. Then you can call the number because it's telling me it's still adding. I don't know. It's taking some time anyway. I don't know why.
Yeah, no attention for the disability. Forget the one being so on that. Now I'm standing divided with the four flat. Yeah, you don't know four flat. Now a woman will call that. Didn't even walk on. Look at that. Now a woman will call that. Didn't even walk on.
Alright, we're trying to get Harris here for Harris Saki to have his say as well. Oh, he dropped again, eh? Alright, Harris, I'm not quite sure we are friends. Maybe that's why I'm making it difficult for you to come on. It's really getting difficult for you. Okay, any woman wants to call in? Let me, before I finish, I get one woman to participate today.
Mr. President, I'm ready to something else today. Look at Liberia, some people, you can see Liberia. Liberia, suffering Liberia.
All right, sadly we can get Mr. Harris Saki because it's still dropping off. Oh, that's why. All right. Got something up, something else coming up. So we will end this show here. Profile Library on this occasion. Like we say, we dedicate this show to Odette, the late Odette Sherman, and all victims of rape in Liberia, and of course across the world as well. We'll continue to preach justice for you. We'll continue to talk for you. Whether you are here or no longer on this planet Earth, we'll continue to talk for you.
At the end of the month, no salary. Security day and not rest in the last day of your life. At the end of the month, no salary. Just simply you was coming from.
All right, let's see whether we can get Mr. Philip E. We get. Let's try Philip. Yeah, okay, he too. I think Philip is busy, so we're gonna forget about Philip. Harris, I don't know. You might be somewhere that maybe your internet is poor, so it's not going through at all.
Senator, Mr. President, I'm ready to something else today. Look at Liberia, some people, you can see Liberia.
All right, we're trying Harris for the last time. If we don't get Harris,
Liberia, we don't do it no more. Liberians are real Liberians. We see it, we don't do it no more.
Mr. Woods, second, we're trying to call you, but I don't know. Maybe you're not prepared to get on the camera.
What we will do? We tired with war, we tired with destruction. We tired with your policies, people just this special interest. Special interest, we are tired. We rest today, we see it, we not doing nothing. That's the rest in the last
Let's see whether we can get Mr. Woods the second. Philip E.P. Woods the second.
Last day of your life, at the end of the month, I'm celebrating. Yes, simply you was coming from. The people carry the US dollar. Just in the market.
Then why we here for? Why are we talking this thing? They simply the US coming from like, and simply going back plenty every day. You go to the banks and every day. Yeah, while we understand, we're sending our lady once and to our parents. The money that leave from Liberia to go to places like America and thing, and that's more money. People can get wire from their account straight to the person account. Yeah. So we're trying to add Mr. Philip E.P. Woods the second, but he too is not going through. Okay, it's not going through at all. Let me see. I see two requests here. Okay. Whether we'll get him. Okay. So the bottom line for some of you, some of the pressing of the, when we're saying these things, they say we hate the president. If I hate Mr. Weah, I would not sit down here and be talking anything. Honestly. If I hate him the way some of you guys are saying we hate, I won't say anything. Because I would just be sitting down and not talking so that he can just continue to blunder. And sometimes he do some things. Small. He tried to listen to pieces of advice. When somebody hates you, when somebody really against you, they don't even want to see where you walk. They don't want to hear you talking. Even when the radio station, when you're talking, the person will switch the radio off. That's what they call hate. But when the president is speaking, every time I get close to the radio station, I go to the TV channel that is speaking, and then I'm listening to him. Now, when you come here for the first time, you listen to me, and maybe perhaps the way I talk and put issues across and things and whatsoever, when you decide to hate me, not even what I say or how I put things across, but you just hate me personally. Next time you won't come, you even block me on Facebook. I am correcting, I'm trying to put across possible suggestions, candid suggestions that can make Mr. Weir to move this country forward for all of us. The little I know, I don't want to keep it inside me and die tomorrow and go with it. Let me share it right now. The little I know, I must be able to share with each and everyone so that other people can benefit from it, so that Mr. Weir can benefit from it. Some of his Saki, we need to send me friend request. I think we're not friends, that's why it's not going through. Seriously, send me friend request. Last time, it's not going through. Okay, the brother, I was talking about the children in Morocco, our students in Morocco. They said the children in Morocco, no food, no money. No money. And somebody telling me that we should go and spend $1.5 million US dollars. Not small money, said me. They said the country is broke. The country is broke. And then we should go spend such amount to merry-make. Look at these children right now. Like my brother just confirming here. Not even 5 million. 5 million too much. But if we just go back and take care of all them and give it to them so that most of them can pay their rent. It's not like my scholarship. When I had a scholarship to go to Cuba, and because it wasn't a government scholarship, it was party to party bilateral agreement. The Fidel Castro, the late Fidel Castro, at the time, offered scholarships to the MPP. It was just party to party. It wasn't government scholarship. And that's how I left Liberia. We were 10 young people. We left Liberia. I just graduated, I think, a year or two after the opportunity came. We left our country. We left Liberia going on the scholarship. And the agreement was, it's not like the children in Morocco. They are even in a mess. But before we left Liberia, Fidel Castro party told the MPP that all your need as a party is to sponsor these children and give them allowances every month. Their sleeping places will be there. We will try our best to be providing food, general food we cook at the university. And so the only thing you need to do is whatever amount of allowance you will be giving to them, make sure it comes on time. And that's how we left Liberia for Cuba, 10 of us young people. These children, their own is different. It's not even like that. They don't have a dormitory that the host country is responsible for them. Because I've been speaking to a few number of them, okay? They're responsible for their own rent. So meaning the money the government is supposed to send to them, part of it is supposed to be go for rent. And some of it go to eat and all essentials. So they've gotten to the stage that there's no money. They can't even pay the rent. They don't eat and whatsoever. So what I'm hearing now, some of them are just moving from one county to another, trying just to survive through their friends, or those friends that have been there before them. I mean, why should we do this to human resource that we're trying to build in Liberia? Why should we do this to the children that we think that, or we're supposed to think that indeed they will come back home tomorrow and push this nation forward? Why? Why should we do this to them? My scholarship, I mean, we have to leave Cuba because the same thing happened to us. The MPP wasn't sending money to us. Some of us carry clothes for 5 years because we went there for 5 years each. Our two suitcases we carry with us, those clothes, jeans and all stuff. We started selling them to our African brothers that we met there, just for us, so we can get things like toothpaste, soap, and something to eat. We sold all our clothes. But we couldn't stand it. We told them that we wanted to go back home. They couldn't also believe it. But we were struggling. We told them after me. Right now, Liberia is, we just left in the midst of war, and war is still there. It's not stable yet. But I think my burger wheat I was eating there was even far better. I don't mind. I want to go back home. I don't want to die here, my parents to bury me, or my parents will never ever see my body any longer. I want to go home. I don't want a scholarship again. And I was a student leader. How come? We're in transit, and that's why we are still in transit. In transit from Havana, Cuba to London, 2001 in December. That transit is what we are still in. We stay en route to Liberia. But praise God for that. Praise God for that. Saki, I can't get you at all. Yeah. All my calls are not even going through now, so. Let me check. Send me a request. Let me see. No, Saki hasn't sent any requests, so. Harris, you could send me a request, but I can't see you, so I don't. That's the main thing. If you people have friends on Facebook, if you want to get somebody live show, you can't get on the live show. I gotta be friends first. So I'm looking at my friends list. I can't see any friends requests from you. Yeah, you need to send me a request. We're trying to get Mr. Philip E.P. Woos II, but he too is taking a long time. I don't know whether he's in Africa. So that is it. I'll feel for them. I don't know anybody. Personally, I don't know any of the children that are there or any of the guys and boys that are there on scholarship. But I'm a Liberian. I know what I went through in Cuba. And I know how it can be. You're in a country that you don't speak the language. You're in a country you don't work to earn money. You're in a country that is so difficult for even your parents to send you money. Like we were in Cuba at that time. Money couldn't go from the States. I have family members in the States that wanted to send me money. But because of the sanction on Cuba, for money to go there through Western Union is not possible. So we too were suffering, and we suffered. We suffer. And for me, I don't want these children to continue suffering like that in that land. Hey God, human resource development, investing in people. Hey God, when would I be in that position? When will I be in a position to say I want to give second chance to young people? When will I be in a position to say human resource development is my priority? When will I be in a position to say scholarship for the best students, let them go abroad and learn? And you will go, you will not be distracted by your allowances not going on time. Because by the moment the students start to face those challenging issues, you're no longer going to pay attention. I mean, why would you pay attention in reading anyway when you're hungry? Or when the landlord is asking you to leave their house? You have nowhere to go. You don't speak the language. You can't even go and hustle in some kind of kobo shop. You say you want to do small business and make money. Yeah, you need to rotate your camera. Yeah, that's the only way, because I am I'm using my on horizontal, so you need to rotate your horizontally. If you don't rotate the horizontal, it won't come through. I see you. That's why it's taking a long time like this. If you have programmed it, go back and program it to automatic rotate. When you're accepting the call and you make your camera horizontal, it will change. Sometimes these smartphones, once you set it up there, automatic rotate. The moment you okay the camera itself or the images will rotate by itself. So, but many of us, we don't know. So fortunately, you can't use Messenger to call. You use Messenger, then you can be live. No way, because it's the same device I'm using to make the video call. So when you call me on Messenger, if I take it, then the video broadcast will be interrupted and we will not be able. Anyway, I think it seems to be we'll sort it out, and another time we'll have Mr. Woods. I think the last time we even talked about him coming on the show, so we can talk about Liberia. We'll talk that off air and then find the time to do that. But I think we're going to end this show for today on this Saturday. Let me say a big thank you to each and everyone for following the show. But I don't think we should shut up. Yeah, let's continue talking. Alright, so this is how we're going to end the show. On Tuesday, we'll have representatives of the students there in Morocco. And we'll be talking about their plight there. But at the same time, I want to use this time to once again appeal to the President of the Republic of Liberia, irrespective of whoever sent those children there. The fact of the matter is, they went there as government-sponsored students. Yes, government-sponsored students. So please, we have to do away with this kind of dead politics. So long we don't love the leader, we don't like the leader, we cannot work on their footprints. That is why the new central bank on the front street there is still standing there, because it was built by Samuel Canyon Doe. Up to now, that beautiful building, no leader. 12 years when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was in power, she never touched that building to complete it. Today we have, of course, Mr. Chancellor was there as well. He never touched that building as well. And today we have another indigenous, as the other people always say, Mr. George Weah. Up to now, he hasn't said anything about that building. That building is very beautiful. It could last us for many years to come. It could save us from so much money that we are still spending as renting from private individuals, and our ministries and agencies are in those buildings. If we can finish with that building right on Ashmont Street, the new central bank it was intended, no, not actually, it was intended for housing, I think, yes. So please, we need to do something about it. Let's kick this politics thing outside. I don't like the person. So whatever they started, and I've come and oh, love your Africa, man. Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a very pleasant good night, good weekend, and good night. By the grace of God, we see on Monday. Oh no, I'm back here tomorrow. Dr. Rockefeller Cooper will be here tomorrow. We'll be talking about his mission in Liberia. Good day. Bye bye for now.